Now, my in-laws and family members have started to make requests that I cook for them, and I am more than happy to cook for them. And honestly, like I've told some people in the community, I have no problem cooking for them as well, because the older I get, the more I want to use a smoker. And today, one of the requests that we got was making some smoked pork bellies. So we went into the Fallout cookbook and changed a bit of the braised Deathclaw steak recipe to be more of a smoked Deathclaw steak recipe. And y'all, I can't wait for you to see how these things turned out. Sit back, relax, and let's enjoy some meat. Now, there's something fun that I love to do when I get a pork belly and I'm about to prepare it. I like to just push in like that right there, because you can see the little finger indentations, but a little wax on, a wax off. And because the fat is so malleable, you do not see my finger indentations. But the wife's aunt asked us to smoke up a pork belly, and she didn't give any specifications on what she wanted. So there are many ways that you can prepare a pork belly. You can season up the bottom, you can score the top, you can not score the top, you can cut it into thirds, you can actually cut it up and go ahead and turn it into burnt ends, or turn it into burnt ends once you are done. So we're going to let her choose what she wants to do with her pork belly. You see, now we are going to go ahead and cut this into thirds, because I too love pork belly, and I am cooking a lot this week, so it's going to be a lot more manageable to me to actually cut this up into thirds and put some in the freezer for a future date. But I know she is so excited, and the wife told me, she goes, "Hey, my aunt was asking if you minded doing some pork belly, because she absolutely loves pork belly and she's been craving some here lately, and maybe you can go by Ingles and pick some up." And I was like, well, actually, I've already got some in the freezer, and so I can just thaw that out. So what we're going to be doing is, on one of these, we are going to be scoring the top. And really, honestly, when it comes to scoring, you can do it however you want to. I just like to go a little bit like an inch apart, then come in and just do a line down the right side, a line down the left side, and there we go. There we go. We are good to go. Now, you could make it a little bit, make sure to get your knife in there a little bit more, just so you penetrate into some of that fat. But that way, your scoring and some of that seasoning is going to get on the, inside the fat right there. Now, these other two pieces, we're not going to be doing anything with. Most likely, this piece and this piece will be mine. So actually, should I go ahead and score one of mine? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and score one of mine. My dogs are in there playing. I love it. I love having dogs. I'm sure at some point I will love the fact of, to have a kid or something like that. The wife and I have been talking more and more about that, and doing this sort of stuff definitely kind of gets you into that dad mode, where you just kind of sit around, hang out, relax, and, play some video games and cut some grass. But today, of course, I always like seasoning up the bottom, because with the way the heat comes over this grill, I always do fat side up. You can do whichever way you want to. Most pellet grills, with the way the heat is, you actually want to do fat cap down, because the heat comes from the bottom, but because the heat is coming from the top, we're going to do it fat cap side up. Now, we're going to use some Heath Riles barbecue competition rub on each one of these pieces. But we're also, the Bearded Brothers have a butter blend, and I am excited to try that. My friend actually just gave me a rub to try out. They kind of mixed a few things together, and I'm going to be trying that out. I'm going to see how it is, probably on the brisket. But I've definitely enjoyed this butter blend before. I don't know what it is. It's so good. Butter in general is just so daggum tasty. And now what you want to do is, you do want to season up each and every side on this. And this is a thick cut of meat, so you're going to be able to season it up, and it's going to be able to take that seasoning. Look, they are in there. They're like, leave me alone. My oldest, Squirrely, is probably like, I want to play. And then my middle child, Bonnie, It's like, leave me the hell alone. I'm just trying to sleep, dog. I am legitimately just trying to sleep. So I'm not going to go through and season everything up, but I just kind of want to show you how it's going to be on each one of these pork bellies. And this is the way we're going to do it. And it's just going to sit here probably for about 12 to 24 hours, letting that season get into the meat. You want to make sure at least, I'd say 3 to 6 hours, at least 3 to 6 hours. You know, just because if you do it any less time, the season's not really going to penetrate the meat. But if you do 6 hours, the season should be penetrating the meat a lot more. But if you can go 12 to 24, that's even better. But yeah, we'll show y'all what this looks like once we put it on the grill after it's been sitting there for about 12 to 24 hours inside of the fridge. But y'all sit back, relax, and we'll see y'all here in just a minute. Letting all of this seasoning get into this meat, and we're gonna throw it in here at 225 degrees for a few hours. Come back, check on it to see how it is looking. But y'all, I love pork belly. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know what it is about bacon that just makes it so dadgum delectable. But yeah, this is it right here in its final form of being put on the grill at 225 degrees. Like I said, in just a few hours, we'll come back, check on it to see how this is looking. And I know the wife's aunt is absolutely going to enjoy this. Now, as the saying goes, if you're looking, you are not cooking. And we've got ourselves a nice little guest on the back porch this afternoon. The yard cat was like, "Gassy, what you doing? What's up, girl? What, you wanna say hey to the camera? Or you're like, yep, I'm gonna get some of that food later on. That's right." But she came up, she wanted some food. I love that she just comes up and like makes herself known. After about a month, she just really hangs out on the back porch, and I love to see that. Especially a month ago, she would not let me interact with her at all. But let's check out this pork belly. Oh my good Lord. Every time I open that, I gotta close my eyes because I forget, but my Lanta, look at that pork belly. It's looking so daggum good. I cannot wait to try this out. Ooh, let's take an internal temperature because we're shooting with pork belly between 190 and 205. You good, girl. But let's see what each one of these pieces are looking like right now. About 163 internal right there. Oh Lord, I can't see worth a hill of beans right now. This is about 167, 168. And it really depends on where we're hitting these. About the same. So it looks like we got a little bit longer to go. Yeah, about 160. So we got about 30, 40 degrees left to go. So we're just going to let this keep rocking and rolling at 225 degrees. Let it go plus or minus 10 to 20 degrees internal temperature. But yeah, 190, 205. Then we will take these off, let them rest, and try them out. Now today we got our grass cut. We made a video going over the patch notes for the PTS that just released. The Fall Builders Update is something that I'm so excited for Fallout 76. And we just got off of a live stream checking out some of the building changes coming to the Wasteland. But y'all, we just took a temp of the pork belly and they are just where we are wanting them, y'all. These things are looking absolutely amazing. Oh my God. And the way the one that is left uncut, puffed up, oh, I am excited to try that out. And I know Holly's aunt is definitely excited to try this out. But yes, look at how good this pork belly is looking. And now we're going to take it off the grill. We're going to let it rest. And then we are going to cut into one of them, actually probably two of them, one that is uncut and one that is cut, and check out to see how they taste once they rest. But oh my God, I am so excited to get these on the tray and get them rested. Now I wish you could smell what this kitchen smells like right now, but oh my God, does it smell good in here. So let's get in here. Let's cut open this pork belly. I'm gonna save this one for her. we're just going to take a sliver right here. Ooh, my. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. No, it's so faint, but there's a small little snap and crackle to that. But my Lanta, that is looking good. You can see the small smoke ring there on the bottom. Oh my God, that is looking so good. I cannot wait to try some of this. It is so juicy. I mean, look, it is nice and cooled down now. But look at that. Look at that right there. I'm going to savor this. I want to savor this. I want to see. Oh my God. That fat just absolutely melts in your mouth. Oh my God. That is good. Definitely letting that season overnight. So let's take a small little sliver through this one that is untrimmed, and you can kind of see how everything like raised up a bit on this one. Now I don't know what would cause that. Maybe the fact that there was no pressure release right there, but as you can see, the smoke flavor all around it. There's a small little smoke ring on the bottom and on the sides. My God, this is looking good. Oh my God, this is looking good. Let me know if you know why it does that in the comment section below. Oh, this is just as juicy. This is just as juicy, friends. I don't know how well that comes over camera, but just look. Oh my God, I can see the juice running. Oh my God. That is so daggum good. I have to limit how much I can eat of this because there is so much fat on these. But thankfully I did get a piece of pork belly that had a fair amount of meat on it. And I think I'm going to have to try to make my own version of like smoked bacon. Not where we take it to this internal temperature, but maybe about 150, 160. Because it's done around 145, 150. So maybe 160, take it off, let it cool down, then cut thin little strips of it to where we can make bacon and do some smoked bacon. But y'all, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to check this video out. And thank you so much to the channel members for the continued support. Y'all have a great, wonderful day out there in the wasteland. Peace. Love ya.